edit it later, and I think it'll be fine. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is how much space I have on my phone.
We'll find out because I think the camera is gonna.
I think it'll stop recording
Absolutely.
if that's the case. But you want to like introduce yourself? So I'm Drea with Drea Sells Idaho with West Side Real Estate Group.
And I am Nuru, the mortgage guru of Blueprint Home Loans.
So the other night, my fiance and I were talking, and he wanted me to do more educational videos. So I feel like this is a good route to start that.
Absolutely.
And the first thing that we were kind of talking about is when Riley and I bought our first house, which was, I think, about 2.5 years ago. We're about 20 years old, and I was like, we gotta buy a house. I feel like I am a fraud in real estate because I've never bought real estate before. And so I kind of like pushed him into it, and he told me, he was like, I doubt we could ever buy a house. Like, I didn't think it was possible, but I was like, I'll go along with whatever Drea says. And then we talked to a lender, and then we got approved, and we're actually really great borrowers for her. And yeah, like I feel like a week later we got our offer in, and we were under contract. But anyway, so that's like, I think, a common misconception for people 20 to 30 years old. They think that buying a house is out of reach in a way.
And I don't think you guys are the only ones that thought that to start with. I think there's a lot of people out there that think, oh, if I don't have 20% down, I can buy. You know, gone are those days. It used to be back when you have to have 20% down to be able to afford a house. But with Idaho Housing, at our disposal, like, we can do loans even at times where the client does not even have to come in with any money down.
Yeah, so that's so crazy.
And, you know, we talked about VA loan earlier. You know, for those veterans, I mean, it's zero down. They don't need to put any money down. And if you have to do like an FHA loan, for example, that the minimum requirement is 3.5% for FHA. But with the help of Idaho Housing, you can get that down payment covered. I mean, they require that you have some kind of skin in the game.
Yeah, which that's understandable.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, if you're buying a $200,000 house, for example, you know, all you have to do is come in with $1,000. So I don't think that is out of reach for somebody that's looking to have a mortgage, right?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I mean, that's not too far off from like a rental deposit. Usually you have to pay 1 or 2 months rent up front.
Absolutely, yeah.
So like, that's not that much more, or it's even less than what that would be. So then you're building your own equity instead of like paying someone else's mortgage.
Absolutely. And then we want to talk about the educational aspect of that. So if somebody cannot come up with $1,000 of down payment, and then we start to talk about, is it even the right time for that person to buy? And then we draw a roadmap for them. You know, first we have to learn how to save. And secondly, affordability. We want to make sure that they can afford a home. So if somebody comes in and says, I'm trying to buy a house, you told me I needed $1,000 to go into the transaction. I don't have $1,000. Well, maybe we need to have a different conversation. You know, maybe we need to just draw the roadmap. Today might not be the day, but the idea or the misconception out there that, you know, young people cannot buy a house, cannot afford a home. Go to a lender. You know, come talk to me. I will take care of you. I'll look into your income, your budget, and we can sit down and see, you know, what you can afford and introduce you to a great real estate agent, Drea. Sells Idaho, right? And then we'll work on that.
Yeah, I think that too is just like opening that door, talking to a lender, find your numbers first, and then you'd be surprised what you can afford. And even right now, I think like for a good starter home is between $250,000 to $315,000.
Absolutely.
Which like, what do you, off the top of your head?
I mean, just looking at that, I say 250 to 315. You should be budgeting about, you know, 1,700 to 2,300. Yeah,
and at least my understanding of rental prices in our area, especially Kimberly, I think they're about like for a house is about like $2,000 a month, so you could buy your own.
Absolutely.
And so it's just crazy.
And another thing I hear a lot, honestly, and I'm bringing this up to you because I hear people go, "Oh, my credit's not good." Oh, I don't even know if my credit score is good enough. I mean, I make good income, you know.
Yeah.
So you work really hard to go pay somebody else's mortgage every time.
Yeah.
You know, if you think your credit is not good, sit with a professional.
Yeah.
So what I know that we do here at Blueprint is we'll sit with you, do like a soft credit pull. It doesn't even hurt your credit. We just want to see where you're at, see how we can help you bridge the gap. So if the minimum required score that you needed to have for the loan program you're looking for is 620, and today your score is at 590. we can draw a roadmap. We do what they call a wayfinder. It tells us, if you pay this credit card down to this balance, this is what your score can be in the next 3 or 4 months or in the next 30
Yeah.
days. And typically that takes us about a week once you pay that card down. So there's so many options and so many
Yeah.
things that we can do to help clients qualify more.
Yeah, and that's something in general that you want to get fixed anyway. So I think just opening that door, getting the conversation started is like the biggest step for people usually. And then after that, they're just excited about it. And
Absolutely.
then you can start your own journey with buying a house and then building your net worth in the best way.
Yeah.
At least what I think is the best way. But
Good, yeah, and that's
yeah.
the reason why I got into the business in the first place, to help more people open doors and help more families achieve their dream of homeownership. So
And get creative with it.
absolutely, I mean, if it's just easy where people can just come in and just it's ABC and we just get it done, and then most people can do their own mortgage.
Yeah.
But because of the creativity and stuff that we do here, at Blueprint, it just allows us to qualify more people.
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty good. I hope this maybe sparks a little bit interest for some more people that are in that like age range or whatever age you're at and you haven't bought your first house yet. I don't think it's as hard as you think it is, or yeah.
And if you're on the sideline just waiting for the rates to drop, we all know that once the rates drop, the prices will start to climb again. And because we are short of inventory, we don't have a lot of homes on the market.
Yeah.
So to even know where you stand right now, you need to start. And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Come knock on our doors, and we'll definitely open the doors and help you qualify or get you a roadmap.
Yeah, walk-ins welcome. But
we allow walk-ins.
We allow walk-ins. We're both in downtown.
Downtown Twin Falls. Come on, baby, let's go.